Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and I would like to welcome you to my live review of Extraction Part 2. And I just literally just moments ago finished watching the movie, and this is one of the best movies of the year, folks. And I think this equals and is in some ways better than the first movie. It definitely works on. There's definitely a lot of world building in this. We learn a lot more about Chris Hemsworth's character's backstory. Well, first things first. You're probably wondering exactly how the hell did he survive the ending of the original movie? And we do find out how in this one, and kind of where he's been in the meantime and what he's had to go through in the meantime, because as you can guess, it is quite a lengthy recovery after everything that happened. But all right, the story this time around is he gets hired by this kind of very shadowy guy. We don't know who this guy is. He just kind of shows up, at Rake's cabin, and telling him that they have a mutual friend, and that that mutual friend wants to hire Tyler to break into a Georgian prison and extract a woman and her children who are being pretty much held hostage there. And Tyler, for reasons we are not made aware of right away, and that I'm not going to give away, decides to take this job. And he goes into this is not giving anything away because it's in the first trailer. He goes into the prison. A riot breaks out over the course of this, and basically you get an action sequence that rivals the prison fight in the Raid 2. Now there have been some words about the 20-minute long one-shot action sequence. Hell yeah. It begins from when Tyler first enters the prison, and it goes on after he gets out of the prison, and a whole lot of other shit happens. And I got to tell you, it is probably the best 20 minutes we're going to see out of any movie this year. It's up there with the Osaka sequence from John Wick 4 and the Mario Kart sequence from Super Mario Brothers. As far as, on-screen action sequences. And if there are those of you out there who are fans of old school action films, 80s, 90s action films, this is the old stuff. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we want Hollywood to go back to. There was emotion behind this. This was a movie that was made by people who cared about it and who realized, hey, you know what? We have fans from that first movie that we did. And let's keep the fans that we had and let's build on it. And this movie certainly does that. This is going to be, I don't know if this is the best movie I've seen so far this year yet, but damn, it is certainly up there in my top 3. It really is. And anybody see this movie however you can. That's the one thing I can say about it. See this movie however you can and watch it as many times as possible. And this is a movie that really should be in theaters. It would clean up, I tell you. The cast is great. Hemsworth brings his A game. Nick is back from the original movie. Adam Bessa is in this. I think that's how you say his name. He was the guy who was the star of Mosul, which is another movie from Netflix that I highly recommend. It's a war film. He damn near steals the movie. He plays Nick's brother, Yaz, and I tell you, he if he was in any more of this movie, he would have stolen it. The bad guy he's a tough one. He's almost like Rasputin. He just won't die. And the backstory that he gets is an interesting one. It's almost a movie in itself. Now, one point where I think the movie does kind of fall off a bit. There's a character in this movie that was really starting to annoy the hell out of me. And when you see the movie, I think you'll figure out which one. Let's just say that there's a character that's on Tyler's side of things that just screws up at every turn. And there's a reason also why he's doing what he's doing. But, it's... And this is a character who in the end kind of gets on that road to redeeming himself. But for like 90% of the movie, you just kind of wish this character would get killed. This is a character that, let me put it this way, has some divided loyalties. Let's put it that way. And you want to pound him, but you're not supposed to. But I tell you, the cast is really good in this. It's an international cast. So I didn't recognize everybody. There are people in this movie that, like the first movie, you're seeing for the first time, or at least American audiences are seeing for the first time. There are 2 cameo appearances in this that I'm not going to give away. But they're a lot of fun. Yep. And where those 2 characters, the arc that those 2 characters have in this movie is really what makes the movie. And hello to Jedi Bill. Jedi Bill has a review up right now for The Flash. So when we're done here, please go over to Jedi Bill's channel and check out his Flash review. I have not yet seen it, so I'm looking forward to seeing what Bill has to say about it. So yeah, Extraction 2. I am giving this movie my worth seeing on 4K rating. Assuming Netflix puts it out on 4K, I wish they would put the first movie and this out on 4K because they would clean up. Trust me. as anybody who is a follower of my channel knows, and who can obviously see behind me, I'm a big physical media guy, and all of this streaming stuff is fine, but it's kind of for the birds. After a while, you kind of want a physical copy. And in fact, on the next episode of my Sunday night show, Unscripted, I'm going to be talking all about censorship and film preservation. So look forward to that. Now, this is a non-spoiler review, and I don't want to go into too much detail. There's definitely more action in this movie than was in a previous one. That 20, like I said, that 20-minute long one shot is amazing. I mean, obviously there were cuts, but they're covered up pretty well. And it's almost like a short movie in itself, and obviously that's not all of the action. There's a lot that happens after that. And but I tell you, they got a great team working on this movie, and on both of these movies, because there are a lot of people behind and in front of the camera who are back for this one. And I tell you, what's going to be available in July? Because if you're talking about Extraction 2, it's already out. I saw it tonight. Yeah. So yeah, there are a lot of people who are back in front of and behind the camera for this, and my proverbial hat is off. This is a really good one. This is like I said, this movie right now is easily in my top 3 for the year right now. And hello to Lady Mist. Good evening. I am just about to Extraction 2 is already available on Netflix. It premiered today, so you can watch this movie right now. And I'm sure there are other ways that you can watch it that I'm not condoning. I am not condoning that you ride the high seas. But in case you do, hey, that works too. As long as you see it however you can, and see it as many times as possible. This is a movie that should be up on it should be playing up on big screens right now, but it isn't. So just sit back, turn the sound up to 11, and enjoy the ride. Tyler Rake is back. He is on he's on a mission. He's on a very personal mission, and the people that he is extracting, he is connected to these people. Let me put it that way, without giving too much away. these are people who know him and he knows them, you know. And The Covenant was really good too. I have not seen The Covenant yet. That's one that I want to get to. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so that's one that I definitely want to see. If I have time this weekend, I'll try and see it. But yeah, all right. Extraction 2. Covenant was directed by Guy Ritchie. Yes, indeed it was. Like I said, I've yet to see it. I've heard a lot of good things. So that's one that I have to get to. All right. So Extraction 2. Tyler Rake is back. And he's on a mission that gets very personal very fast. And the bad guy's a real mean motor scooter, who's got his own agenda. And this is a really good one. And this is a non-spoiler review. I would love to discuss plot points with someone, but this movie is just out today. I don't want to give it away for everybody, except to say, see it. Go see it, and see it as many times as you can. All righty. So a little bit of housekeeping. In about 18 minutes, Troy Pacelli will be hosting a Friday Night Last Call with Aged Boomer and Netters Network. And their special guest bartender tonight is Michael French from Retro Blasting. And he's going to be talking about, among other things, I'm sure, the Indiana Jones films. Because I know he is a big fan of those, in particular, the first movie. So that's going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Sunday, Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be joining Jedi Bill over on his channel for Western Cinema Sunday. And we are going to be watching The Old Way, starring Nicolas Cage. A very, very recent Western that I think came out either late last year or perhaps very early this one. So we're going to be discussing that. Later that night at 8 p.m. will be Unscripted. Episode 18, entitled Preservation Dogs. And I am going to be discussing censorship and film preservation. So please join me over there for that. Unscripted is now the official lead-in show to Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomer's channel. He hosts that show along with Troy Pacelli. And that'll be at 9 o'clock. And then after they are done at 12:05, will be a brand new episode of The Other Side of Midnight, which is my my nighttime kind of open topic chill stream type of show. Bill's saying, okay, I'll watch it tonight. And there are only 3 true Indiana Jones films. Yes. I agree. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show. I want to especially thank Fletcher Williams. He's been making my thumbnails for my live shows. and he came up with the thumbnail for this show at the kind of the last minute, you know. So I do want to thank Fletcher very much for supporting the channel and creating the thumbnails. All righty. Extraction 2. I am giving it 4 stars out of 5. So go to see it. I meant without, obviously go to see it. It's not in theaters, but see it. And if you don't have Netflix, I understand. So if there are other ways, which I'm not condoning, once again, I am not condoning riding the high seas. But if you choose to do so, hey, like I said, see this movie however you can, however many times you can. Surreality, good evening. Good to see you, sir. We're about to wrap it up. All right. So I want to thank everyone in the chat. Jedi Bill, Lady Mist, and Surreality. I want to thank everybody who's lurking in the background. Anyone who sees this this video later on. If you like what you see and you're new to the channel, please hit the like. Say hello in the comments. If you like what you see and you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. More content is on the way. My goal is to hit 500 subs as quickly as I possibly can. So if you're new and you like what you see, hit the let me know. Hit the like. There's going to be more on the way. All righty. From HQ. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win. Good night.